This episode is about two slashers that you probably don't care about. Oh well. Here's Sam. I'm off to the French Riviera. For my pay, Sam has not given me carte blanche, but he has given me a blank check.
Oh, thanks, Carolyn. That was super cool of you. This week we're going to start with Skullduggery from 1983, which comes at the center of the Venn diagram for the slasher boom and the satanic panic. Skullduggery straight out of Canada and straight nuts, and I wonder, why is no one talking about this movie? Well, yes, I did put you through the entire theme song of Skullduggery. It's also about community college theater. There's a group of D&D players who all work together in a costume store. Nobody is getting laid in this movie, which is the kind of life that I probably want to live in 1983. The newcomer Adam comes from a long line of warlocks who have been cursed by Satan. The fact that a magician reminds him of this very fact while he's working in the theater, sending him on a bloody spree of mayhem. His first kill is very blood-sucking freaks as he watches a girl in a talent show and imagines a snake that kills her. She dies exactly as he imagined, but no one sees it happen. There's also a baffling scene where Adam chases a girl with a sickle, while a man in a red sequined Liberace-style suit tickles the ivories in a graveyard, and a kill where Adam is dressed as a bunny. Satan has commanded Adam to kill everyone in his D&D group. What? But when he's cornered by the cops at a costume party hosted by a man named Dr. Evil, he disappears and only leaves a puppet behind. This should freak the group out and put a stop to their antics, but they decide to keep playing and leave a suit of armor in Adam's chair. Smart move. The suit comes to life and kills the dungeon master, revealing that it's Dr. Evil, who is really Satan inside the suit. Let's listen to Adam roll up some numbers.
Sorry, are we set to go?
Okay, it's your turn. Roll, Adam.
Okay.
What character you want to be?
I want to play the warlock.
Great choice, Adam. You got 180 IQ. 12 common sense. 18 stamina.
And a 7 charisma. That's the highest score I've ever seen. You couldn't have done much better than that, Adam.
There's also a lot of Adam and Eve symbolism throughout, as well as an opening that takes place in the Dark Ages. And this has the same stupid energy as Night Train to Terror, and that's the kind of drug that I look for. Every single person in this movie is a maniac, and I love them all, and it has more magic tricks than Terror Train. There's even that disco-y theme song that I played for you a little earlier. Director Odo Richter only made one other movie, Oklahoma Smugglers, a film about a bodyguard school and destroying a casino. Producer and writer Peter Whitman also directed two other equally ridiculous films, Ellie and Play Dead, which is the second Yvonne De Carlo movie I've seen where she can command dogs. The first is Satan's Cheerleaders. This was originally made in 1979, so it was in the slasher boom and ahead of the Satanic Panic. We got released in 83. It also has Wendy Crewson in it, who is in the best-known D&D warning film of all time, Mazes and Monsters. You will get stuck in a tunnel. You will think that you are a paladin. You will die if you play D&D. And then Satan gets your soul, so it's pretty rad the whole way around.
In the 1960s, the youth of America rebelled against the establishment. They dropped out, used dope, coexisted in squalor, and copulated in the filth of what they called communes.
Let this moment signal the coming of the new way.
And when the communes really degenerated, they became known as cults. Of the cults, there was one cult more dangerous than any other. One so terrifying that it could not be reported on until now. The cult known as and the Lunatics.
Everybody's a lunatic.
Yes, the police beat him. The authorities jailed him. But they could not stop him, and now he's back for revenge.
Now is the time preordained to move against the puny insect towns that dare to plot against us.
He's Igor and the Lunatics. And he's one hell of a guy.
Don't be afraid.
Igor, the first psychotic killer to have a full degree in cosmetic surgery. Igor and the Lunatics. They're not a rock group. Igor. He's the most creative, homicidal maniac ever brought to the silver screen. You must witness Igor and the Lunatics. Igor and the Lunatics. Still crazy after all these years. Rated R.
Igor and the Lunatics, or Igor, who knows. It's got great Mad Max style poster art, and that was enough to get me into the movie despite the nauseating strains of the Trauma opening, which I will not sample and play here because I hate Trauma. It's been enough to make me shut off numerous other films. The funny thing is the real leader of the Call to Lunatics is Paul, but Paul and the Lunatics just doesn't have that same ring. So Igor got pushed to the front despite being a foot soldier in an army of goofballs who like to use giant saws to cut women in half. Anyway, this gang all goes to jail and somehow gets probation 15 years later because I guess you can atone for using a giant buzzsaw to slide a woman in half. Then we get to see it twice because, hey, this movie's barely edited. The bulk of it was directed by Billy Parolini, and then years later, Thomas Duran and Brendan Faulkner went on to go back and direct more horror, action, and suspense scenes. The movie charitably is a mess and is saved by the really great posters. I mean, Tom, the former gang member who's gone legit, has come back in town just in time for Paul to get out of jail, which leads to that maniac ripping out a woman's heart and killing Paul's old girlfriend, who's now a prostitute because this town is pretty much where I grew up, making a tape recording of her death. Not a movie, a tape recording. No, yet Tom has a kid who's been raised by a Native American who lives in the woods while he was in jail. If the names Thomas Duran and Brendan Faulkner are familiar to you, that's because they made part of Spookies. And just like that movie, this has numerous continuity issues, plus even more weirdness, like characters suddenly getting brand new names. It's an interesting watch, not a good one, but hey, you have to do the work if you want to find the good ones. Anyways, thanks for listening to BNS About Movies. This is Sam. You can go to the website to learn more, bnsaboutmovies.com. Reach out to me via email at bnsaboutmovies@gmail.com. Give us some donations to pay for future episodes. You can pick what I talk about if you'd like with our Ko-fi account. And that's all I can think of. Enjoy. Have a great day.